Hello students, in last lecture we studied about the stability of the complexes, which one is the thermodynamic stability and kinetic stability of the complexes. In today's lecture we study about the factors affecting the stability of the complexes. Okay, as we say the words complex, which is formed from metal and ligand. That means the stability of the complex is metal, ion and the ligand. That means the stability of the complex depends on the nature of this metal, ion and the nature of the ligand. So first we study one by one. First one is the nature of the metal, ion. Okay, so as we study about the metal, ion, so this stability of the complex depends on the size of this metal, ion as well as the charge on this metal, ion. So first one is charge on the central metal, ion. Charge on the central metal, ion. Okay, so as we know that the metal ions having the high charge density form the stable complexes. Metal, it is the ion, that means the having the charge, it has the positive charge. So the stability of the complexes depends on this charge on the charge density of this metal, ion. So the metal, ion having the high charge density form the more stable complexes. So charge density, which is nothing but the charge, it is the ratio of the charge divided by radius. So the smaller the size and the large the charge on the metal, ion form the more complexes. That means point is smaller the size and large the charge form more stable complex. Okay, for example, we have the two complexes, which is first one is formed from Fe3 positive and second one is Fe2 positive. As Fe3 positive having both are the same metal, ion. Fe3 positive having the high charge, that's why it formed the more stable complexes as compared to Fe2 positive. Okay, that means higher the charge form the more stable complexes. Second factor is, which depends on the stability, which is the size of the metal, ion. Okay, so size, so as the size of the metal, ion decreases, the stability of the complexes is increases. That means size decreases, stability increases. As we go to the first transition series from manganese to copper, the size goes on decreasing. Okay, from manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper. Okay, size goes on decreasing, so the stability goes on increasing. That's why the stability is written as, for divalent, Mn2 positive is greater than Fe2 positive. As the size of the Fe2 positive or radius of this Fe2 positive is lower than the Mn2 positive, that means the stability of the Fe2 positive is greater than the Mn2 positive. As size decreases, stability increases. It cobalt divalent complexes is more stable as compared to nickel divalent complexes, which is more stable as compared to copper divalent complexes. So this factor is the size of the metal, ion. Next one, the stability of these complexes depends on the nature of the ligand. stability depends on nature of ligand. So from nature of ligand, it depends on size and charge of the ligand. Size and charge of the ligand. Okay, so as we know that the ligand, it's a electron donor to the central metal ion. So in general, small ligand with high negative charge, it's a donor, so it having the lone pair of electron, or it is the negative charge. So small ligands with the higher negative charge form the stable complexes. That means size choti, charge जास्त. Okay, so small size with higher negative charge, small size with higher negative charge form more stable complexes. Form more stable complexes. So for example, in halogen group, okay, fluoride, chloride, bromide, iodide. Fluoride having the small sizes. That means the complexes having the fluoride ion form the stable complexes as compared to the chloride, bromide and iodide ligands. Okay, because this fluoride having the small size. Okay, then next factor which depends the stability of the complexes, which is basic strength. Basic strength. As we know that ligand, it is the electron donor to the central metal ion. That means it is the base, it is the electron donor. So greater the ease of donation of electron pairs to the ligand, greater is the stability of the complexes. म्हणजे जितक्या इझिली हा लिगॅन मेटलला इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनर करणार, तेवढ्या इझिली त्याची स्टॅबिलिटी का होऊन मोर स्टॅबल कॉम्प्लेक्स तो फॉर्म करू शकते. ओके, सो बाय एक्झाम्पल मोर स्ट्रॉंग बेस फॉर्म द स्टेबल कॉम्प्लेक्सेस. फॉर एक्झाम्पल cyanide and ammonia, both are base. Okay, or it is act as a ligand. Okay, from this cyanide, it is the strong base as compared to ammonia. That means cyanide ligand form the more stable complexes as compared to ammonia as a ligand. Okay, that means more strong base form the most from the stable complexes. Third factor is presence of ring structure. Presence of ring structure. Okay, so again, as we know that we in previous years we study about the multidentate ligand or chelates. So multidentate ligands form the stable complexes as compared to single ligand, or it from the stability of the complexes goes increases, which is also called as a chelate effect. Chelate effect. In this, we observe that the complexes formed by the chelating ligands form the more stable complexes. For example, ethylene diamine form the more stable complexes as compared to ammonia. Again, EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid, form the more stable complexes. This is the chelates. Okay, it forms the ring structure with the metal ion, and it's having the more than two or more than two donors towards the metal ions. Okay, so this enhances the stability of complexes containing the chelates ligand, which is also called as the chelates effect. Next one is the number of, and from this chelate effect, the stability depends on number of chelates ring. Stability depends on number of chelates ring. So, as large the number of chelates ring in a complex, greater is the stability of the complex. That means large number of ring form more stable complexes. For example, ammonia as a ligand, there is no chelate rings are formed in the complexes. Okay, when it attached to the central metal ion, there is the no ring formation. Okay, then ethylene diamine, it forms the two rings with the metal ion. Trines, that means triethylene tetraamine, it forms the three rings with the central metal ion. That's why trine ligands, it's the form the more stable complexes as compared to ethylene diamine. Okay, ethylene diamine form the more stable complexes as compared to ammonia, as large number of ring form the more stable complexes. Then this chelate effects also depends, or the stability of the complexes also depends on the size of the chelates ring. It is the number of rings, and second one is size of the chelates ring. That means this chelates form the rings with the metal ion. That means it form the 5-member ring. Some chelates form the 6-membered ring. Okay, with a central metal ion. So this stability of a metal chelates depends upon the number of rings, also the size of the rings. That means it has been observed that the metal chelates having the 5-member rings are more stable. Okay, so chelates with metal chelates having the 5-member ring. Okay, 5-member rings form more stable complexes as compared to six-member ring. 5-member ring form more stable complexes as compared to the 6-member ring. So it also be noted that, but this happen only for when this chelate for having the only single bond in it. So it only form the stable 5-membered ring, form the stable complexes whenever all the bonds in this ring are single bonds. However, the single 6-membered chelates having the double bond or unsaturation in the ring are more stable as compared to the 5-member rings. Okay, 6-member ring chelates, it's more stable than the 5-member ring chelates. But when it happens, if there are unsaturation, that means there are doubles bond in the rings. If there are single bonds, then 5-member ring form the more stable complexes, and when there are the unsaturation, then 6-member ring form the more stable complexes. Last factor is which decide the stability of the complexes, which is the steric effect. steric effect of the ligand. So substituted ligands containing large bulky groups having the less stable complexes than the unsubstituted smaller ring, and this is due to the fact that the bulky groups present near the donor atom cause the mutual repulsion. That means it is metal and there is the ligand, and ligand having the bulky groups, so there is the repulsion between this metal and there is the mutual repulsion between these bulky groups in the ligands. So that's why it forms the unstable complexes. Okay, so for example, an ethylene diamine form the more stable complexes compared to their substituted. That means ethylene diamine NH2, CH2, CH2, NH2. This is the ethylene diamine. It forms the more stable complexes. And in second substituted one, NH2. In place of the hydrogen atom, if we replace this hydrogen with alkyl group, that means NCH32, CH2, CH2, NCH32. That means hydrogen replaced with alkyl group. So in that case, this form the bulky group. That means it form unstable complexes as compared to ethylene diamine. So this is the factors which decide the stability of the complexes. First one is the nature of the central metal ion, and second one is the nature of the ligand. Okay, thank you.